Ball, and he is a recipient of the Distinguished Award of the Masters College, a $7,500 award.
Woo! Yeah,
On behalf of the class of 2008, I'd like to thank you all for celebrating with us tonight. Now, at first glance, I may seem like an average 18-year-old male. However, upon further inquiry, you will discover that I am the oldest of 10 children. That's right, there are a dozen people in my family. So, as you can imagine, family plays a huge part in my everyday life, and therefore, Mrs. Jones and I decided that it would be quite fitting for me to talk about family. So as I sat down to figure out exactly what I would talk about, I found a theme amongst the wealth of family stories that I had. I found that some of the best stories centered around the rules and guidelines of my family, also known as the Code. The essential set of rules and regulations that provide safety, equal distribution, and behavioral consequences. First of all, the safety guidelines in the Code exist to provide survival and protection. My family has developed several systems to alert them to a missing child, to regulate hospital visits, and to control viral outbreaks. When we go out in public, we employ the buddy system as a virtual GPS, as well as the plastic roll call. When we get to the car, which, by the way, is a 15-passenger van, my father will call out, "Roll call! Jordan, Trevor, Madison, Mariah, Hannah, Hudson, Peyton!" If and when we hear silence instead of someone's name, the search begins. I have to say, we are an extremely effective search and recovery team. We have a 100% success rate. From these experiences, however, I find that we all have a tremendous need to thank our parents for making sure we lived to graduate. So parents, thank you for making sure we were in that car when we left the gas station in Sacramento. For not letting us run the scissors. And for warning us against the dangers of red ants, moving cars, and riding our bicycles with our eyes closed. Though we might have had to find out for ourselves anyway. A lot of the rules in the Code are very important. These settle many disputes, as well as decide seating arrangement and food allotment. The first of these rules may be familiar to many of you. It is referred to as the call-in. We call everything. We call that chair, that remote. We even call which bathroom we use. For instance, if we are watching a TV show, one set of commercials can instigate a massive bathroom break. In which case you'll hear, "I call the front bathroom, I call the back bathroom," and then of course, "I call that chair when I get back." Now it may sound a bit ridiculous, but everyone knows that that chair belongs to the caller when he or she gets back, and no one violates the Code. This also applies to other similar situations. However, the most important of these is shotgun. We even have rules to regulate when, where, and how to call shotguns correctly. The caller must be outside. They must have the vehicle in plain view, and then they must loudly call out, "Shotgun!" So, yet again, after another story, I find that we have a tremendous need to thank the family as a whole. That functioning body, that essential supporting foundation. Thank you for giving us a launching pad and a testing ground. Thank you for giving us the crucial tools we'll need to survive in the real world. And don't worry, when we get to the dorms, we'll call that bed. When we get that job, we'll call the desk, and we will never, ever forget to call shotgun on that business trip. Sorry, boss, we gotta move. I called it.
There you go.
Okay, so this might be an over-exaggeration, but these family rules have taught us about being decisive and assertive. We'll be ready to talk to those professors, to get those jobs, and we will always have the assertiveness to succeed in life. So, to our families and that essential functioning body, we thank you. We are now better because of your dedication and your guidance, and we can see the wisdom behind your choices. So, to the parents of all Hallmark students, thank you. Thank you for the long nights staying up studying. Thank you for the thousands of gallons of gas spent taking us out to school, and most importantly, thank you for choosing to be a part of our education. Thank you.